Hello everyone. This is a very quick recording because I'm just really trying to show up. Josie from Josie Explores, and I am into personal development. And right now I am focusing on improving my communication skills by practicing via this YouTube channel, and I'll be about some tips. Some days I'll just talk about my insecurities. Idea for this recording. Well, this is just out of a whim, and last week was quite difficult for me because I spiraled from my plan. So something didn't happen according to what I wanted, and I kind of just lost it and didn't even try to push back and do something to recover from the situation. I just spiraled. I binge watch. Um, I received this newsletter from James Clear. It really resonated with me because he talked about how to stick to a new habit, which I was trying to do with several aspects of my life, how to handle criticism, and the four types of love. So the first idea, so I'll just read the whole newsletter and I'll interject some of my comments or thoughts. So first idea, if you're having trouble sticking to a new habit, try a smaller version until it becomes automatic. Do less than you're capable of, but do it more consistently than you have done before. So I've been a bit consistent with exercise because I lowered the bar to 3 songs from the Fitness Marshall, and I really enjoyed it. But I knew that this week is a really hard one for me because even that I kind of let go of everything and really spiraled hard. Another thing is journaling. So I've stopped since Tuesday, and I'm trying to regain the momentum. So I'll just try to follow my schedule again, and recording this video is another effort for me to regain my focus. And well, I assigned Saturday as an upload day, and the days leading to Saturday should be the preparations from conceptualization to the recording proper and even the editing part of the video. But well, as I've mentioned earlier, I didn't do any of that, and I'm just showing up literally right now. So I'll record this video and upload it immediately before the day ends. So I inserted this recording session as I'm waiting for my husband to finish taking a bath because we are about to meet my friend, and it's a connection that I've been wanting to do. It's something important and it's a priority for the day. And so I think, well, I've really lowered the standards. I even didn't really comb my hair, and I don't set up my background, and I'll just do a one take for this upload today. Second is, it's remarkable how often the real problem is not what happened but how it was communicated. And I'm really, really, really struggling with this one because I had a lot of mishaps, especially I'm really struggling with low self-esteem, and most of them are really actually quite my fault, and the fault being I didn't communicate my failures or the things that I wasn't able to do. And yeah, this really hit hard, and I will journal this repeatedly in the next 7 weeks. Hello, good morning everyone. I'm back again. So I stopped the recording yesterday because my husband was already done preparing and we had to leave for the meetup with my friend. I really wanted to finish it when we returned, but it's already past midnight and I was so sleepy. I just woke up and this is my first agenda for the day. I still haven't had my coffee fix, but whatever. We're all down to the third idea from James Clear, and it's about the four types of wealth. And well, this is quite insightful for me as I am to achieve all the four in one way or another to some relative extent. So the first one is financial wealth. Well, I do aim for financial independence, to have enough money to be comfortable, and to become comfortable, you have to have a sufficient emergency fund, enough savings if you get hospitalized or if you get critically ill with uh, with an expensive treatment plan for that specific disease. So I'm still far from that goal, but yeah, this is quite interesting because it says there are four types of wealth. It's financial wealth, which is it's about money. Second is social wealth in terms of status. But I'd like to approach social wealth as being rich in terms of your relationship with your family and close friends. Third is time wealth or freedom. Yeah, this is quite interesting because even if there's 24 hours a day, a day looks different from one person to another. And yeah, the goal is freedom. If you want to go on a vacation, you can either bring your work with you or you can just pause with the work that you're doing. Or yeah, it's quite difficult when you become an adult and you have bills to pay and you have a day job to maintain. For this physical wealth, and this is quite self-explanatory, and I'd like to approach health in terms of mental well-being, physical well-being, and emotional well-being. There's a note here: be wary of jobs that lure you in with first and second types of wealth but rob you of your freedom and physical wealth. So yeah, I think this sums up my vision for the next 2 to 5 years, and I really want to build a freelancing business where I'm not anxious about it because I know that I can deliver. I am competent enough with the results that I'm delivering for that business or for that person, and it can fund the things that that I like to do or I want to save on. It gives me enough freedom so that I can maintain the relationships that are important to me, and it will not take so much of my time that I can still have some downtime or like slow mornings where I can journal. What else? And it will not take me 8 hours a day to finish what I'm doing. So we are down to the second part of the newsletter, which is 2 quotes from others. And the first one, and I really find this compelling. So this is from Neil Gaiman on the source of improvement. You have to finish things. That's what you learn from. You learn by finishing things. And I struggle a bit on that because I think the main source of my anxieties lately are things that I started but I paused or got interrupted because I had other priorities. And I think I'll really get back to this so that it will not have a tax on my mental load. And I will not be burdened from them anymore. Second quote is from the web designer David Leggett on how to handle criticism. Be friendly to those who enjoy your work and friendlier to those who attack it. Quite interesting. And I think I really have to shift my mindset when it comes to approaching failure or approaching judgment from other people. And I think I've been fleeing from activities that I tend to associate with possibility of failing or a possibility of being judged by others. And yeah, ultimately, those are things that can be overcome. And if we think about those judgments or those failures as something that can end our life, well, that's not the case. So my approach should be to treat it as a learning experience. I have something to gain from it, and yeah, by going through the obstacle, I can gain something. So we're now down to the questions for you. How should you measure your days? It's easy to measure your days in dollars earned or tasks completed, but there are other units of measurement to consider. What would you do today if you wanted to maximize laughter? What would you do today if you wanted to maximize time outside? What would you do today if you wanted to maximize peace of mind? What unit of measurement serves you best right now? Well, I don't have much thought about this. Mainly because I do want to I do feel like if I'll shift the way I measure my day, probably I'd be happier, but sometimes I find myself having a lot of excuses, and if I will shift to other measurement methods, I think I will find myself in a situation wherein, oh, it's okay if I didn't do that high priority task because I maximized my laughter, etc., etc. So this is a real thought, I think, but I'm not sure if you're not a human doing, you're a human being. And to have a holistic life, it's not just about your job or being productive in society. It's also nurturing yourself and maximizing time with other people or being one with nature. And at the end of the day, we all just want peace of mind in relation to the four types of wealth that we just mentioned earlier. So yeah, I think I've been rambling for a couple of minutes now, and so that's it for my second video.